Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and what do we have here? We have here an old-fashioned Sony cassette-corder, as they call it, and it's the Sony model TC-110A. And so we have a bit of issue with this. This is a very old recorder. I think it dates back to the 1970s. So I've put some batteries in here already. The batteries in this little battery compartment. It takes 4 C batteries. Show you what they look like. So I got some C Panasonics in here, and we're gonna, I think it needs a belt change. I haven't gone that far to take a look to see what the issues are with it, but with my previous experience with these cassette corners, it's usually a belt issue, and it's more than likely the original belt. So I thought I had a tape in here, but I guess I don't. Let me go grab a tape and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I found myself a cassette tape, and so let's open this up. The eject switch is in a very strange location. It's right here. So I'm going to, okay, there we go. All right, let's see what's going on. So I'm going to press the play. Don't hear a thing. Don't hear a thing either. Nope, don't hear anything. Strange. I did hear something the other day when I first, maybe this thing is not in. It's not set properly. So I did hear something the other day when I Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so sounds like, yeah, the belt is probably slipping. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, the belt is slipping. Okay, let's open this guy up and take a look inside and see what's going on. Okay, let's open this guy up and find out what is going on inside. See if my assumptions about the belt are correct, which I believe they are. I believe the belt is at issue. It just sounds like the belt is slipping, and so more than likely we just need to replace the belt. And once we do that, we'll be in good shape. Okay, it's been a while since I've done one of these, so I always forget how to disassemble them. There we go. It's coming off. Okay. I'm not going to pull everything off. I'm try to work without having to. So here's the belt. Ooh, the belt is in. It's very loose, as you can see. So I believe it's that, unless there's other belts that I'm not aware of, but I believe that's more than likely the issue. Let me try to put it in a position where I can play it and have you see what's going on at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to press the fast forward button Oh, actually, you know what? That's not going to work. And it's not going to work because the battery is not in. I should have known that. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Okay, well, if it wasn't, I think it just slipped off just a moment ago. Okay, let's put this back. Yeah, this belt is in bad condition. It's more than likely the belt. That will make it very easy for me. Where's it? Where is it? Okay, let's try it again. Yep, it's the belt. And so that was fast forward. Let's try play. You get some, but it's definitely a lot of slipping. Yeah, there's not enough tension. It's weird that there's more tension for playing than there is for... Okay, so let's get a new belt on there. Hopefully it won't be too difficult to replace the belt. All right, so what do I have to do in order to get in there? Okay, so let's remove this plate in order to get the belt out. I believe it's a size of belt that I have. That looks like a 1.5 millimeter belt. And I believe I do have, was that the right? Maybe I didn't need to, oh, okay. So there's like a little thing there that, okay, so this belt is in obviously bad condition, as you can see. And you know what, I'm gonna try boiling it for 10 minutes and see how that goes, and then come back and give it a try. If not, I'm gonna have to replace the belt, and I do have a belt like this, I believe. Okay, so I'll be back in a minute. Actually, before I put it in the microwave to stretch it out, let's see how. Okay, so it's turned on right now. Okay, so I'm going to measure it before I put it in the microwave. Let's see how long it is. All right, what do we got there? I think so about 118, 119 millimeters. Okay, so we want to shrink it down. So we're going to put it in the microwave for a bit and then come back and see what happens. Okay, so it's out of the microwave. Let's see if we have good results. Let's see if it shrunk. No, it didn't shrink. It's probably about the same as it was before, so there's no shrinkage, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to look through my stash and find something else. And actually, as you can take a look at this, it's still, yeah, it's still bent, right? So that's not a good sign of a belt, right? When you got this bend right here, yeah, that's not a good sign. So this belt needs replacement. Okay, so I found another belt. Actually, let's see what size this belt is first. Let's see what the width is of the belt. And so according to my caliper, it's about 1.14. What the hell am I doing? Okay, so about 1.14 millimeters. And I found a belt. It's a little bit thicker than this belt, but I think it should be okay. And ooh, wow, big difference. Yeah, so this one is 1.38, and let's see what the width of it, the stretch width. And so what do we got here? So okay, so that seems pretty good. So it's much Okay, so let's put this belt on. Okay, there's this washer right here. And it's going to be in the way when I try to put oh, come on. Yeah, it's going to be in the way when I try to put the belt back on. So I'm going to pull it out of the way for a second. All right. Oh, look at all that debris that came out with it. Came out with a lot of gooply goop. See if I can get some alcohol and clean that. Okay. So, got some alcohol. Let's clean this part right here. Oh, it says 1970. Does this say 1971? Okay. I can't read it. Even with my glasses on, I'm having a hard time trying to see it. It does have a date on there. Can't see what the date is. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Let's see what the date is. Is that coming through? Not really. Okay, I'll take a picture of it later. All right. Okay, let's continue to clean. This looking okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's put the belt back in its back in the pulley. Okay. Okay. There we go. That's that end. And then over here. Grouchy. Ugh. Okay, I was talking to myself there for a second, thinking about something else. Okay, so, all right, we got the belt on the pulley. Okay. And this is obviously some kind of, what would you call it? Bearing, this thing that I'm cleaning. And somebody's gonna clean it real good. Probably needs grease on it. I don't know how it stays in there. I probably should glue it on. But what side was it on? Probably should glue it back on. Instead of just kind of letting it hang. Okay, so I'm going to, looks like there's a screw right here. I'm gonna unscrew that and see if that will get it off. Not sure, but let's give it a try. And then I could glue that washer back on. Oh, that's not enough. Is there another one? Another. Yeah, I have my. Oh, there is another one. Okay, this kind of hidden. So let's get to the second one. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's get this out of here. Okay, so it should be glued on back here. So I'm going to get some glue and put this this washer back in its place. So I think this is the glue side right here. That's the glue side. So I'm going to put it on here and then we should be good. So I'm going to go get some glue and I'll come back. Okay, so I got me some glue and I got this stuff here. I got Permatex Ultra Bond automotive grade general purpose adhesive. Okay, so I'm going to give this a try. I tried this glue on some more this predominantly metal projects and it didn't work out too well. It wasn't good with metal, so I'm hoping that I'll have better success with, I think it's like paper on metal. Okay, so hopefully that will work out. So just leave it there for a bit, let it set. Find the center of it. Okay, so let's let it set. Let me see how long it takes to set according to this. Excuse me. That's danger. Doesn't talk about the French. It doesn't say. General purpose. I no longer have the box that it came in. I don't know why it would not show how long to leave it for it to set. Anyways, I'm going to let it sit for some time. I'm going to let it sit for a few hours. That's how long it's probably going to take. I'm going to let it sit for about a couple hours and then give it a try. Probably doesn't need a couple hours, but I'm going to leave it for a couple hours and I'll come back. Hopefully it'll be set by then. Okay, so it's should be done by now. I let it sit for an hour and a half. I looked on the website and it said that all it needs is 10 to 20 minutes to cure. And it cures at a pressure of 800 to 1500 kilopascals. I don't know what that means in terms of this thing here. It's supposed to be a medium strength adhesive. I looked on the website, they don't sell this anymore. So I guess it's been obsoleted, if that's the word. So anyways, regardless, I think it's ready to go now. The belt is back on. So I'm going to zoom out and bring this back into position and just put it back together again. So okay, so let's put this back together. Let's try this screwdriver. Oh, okay, that one fits. So this needs to Put it in like this. And where's my screw? Actually, you know what? I should put some grease at the back of this. This needs some grease for sure. Okay, there is some grease at the back of it. Probably way too much grease. Should probably get rid of some of it. I think I have way too much grease. There we go, that's much better. Okay, so let's put this back in place. Okay. Alright, you know what, let me try to find another screwdriver that will fit, because this seems, there we go. And then I'll put this one in as well. I don't know how I was able to get it in with this, because this one, okay. Come on. Over here. Come on. What the hell? Okay. Let's undo this one a little bit, just in case it's, there it is. I don't think I had it in the right place. I think I have it in the right place now. Okay. There we go. Let's tighten this. Tighten this over here as well too. Okay. All right. It is in place. Okay. Okay. I think this was not here. I think this was on the other side. I think it was like that. Okay, and okay, so this needs to go in here, I believe. Okay, and let's tighten that. Right. Okay. Okay. I think that's just to set the tension. I don't want to set it too tight. Okay. I'll set it right there for now. Okay. All right. So let's give this a try. I'm going to put it in a better position so that you guys can see. Okay, so I'm going to give it a try now. So I'm going to try, this is the fast forward. It's noisy. Don't know where that noise is coming from. Coming from the motor. And that's play. So, what the hell is that noise?
Was a show right. We take all kind of pills to give us all kind of thrills, but the thrill we
So that's Let's rewind. Let's play. That's. The hell is that noise? There's something that's. Wonder if it's the tension. Do I not have the tension? Let's see what happens. Let's try. I don't know what it is. And that's rewind. Okay, I'm going to try lubricating some of these parts. I really don't want to have to open this thing up, but if it keeps on making noise and if it keeps on doing what it's doing where it doesn't work when I turn it over, then I'm going to have to pull it apart a little bit more. But hopefully I won't have to. Okay. I got my syringe here. I'm going to put some on the motor. The motor, more than likely, being this old, it's probably dried out quite a bit. Okay, let's see what happens after putting some on the motor. Okay, so that is I'm gonna put some lubrication in some of the these spots where there's friction. So those are the ones that I'm able to get to easily. I'm gonna have to open it up a little further to get to some of the other ones. Let's see what happened. That's the fast forward. Still noisy. That's noisy. Tone. The volume is noisy, so let's put some contact cleaner in the potentiometer. I don't even know how to get to the potentiometer. They don't make it easy at all. I wouldn't be able to get to it easily. I'm going to have to open this up a little bit more in order to get to that potentiometer, because it doesn't seem easy. Yeah, it's still makes that awful sound. Okay, so I opened it up because I wanted to put some lubrication in it. So I just discovered something. So you know how I said earlier that this was not kept in place by this? It is kept in place by this. So probably more than likely part of the reason why it's making so much noise is because this thing is not, see that little black spot right there? So it is keeping it in place. I don't know if it sticks up above. Does it stick up? No, it doesn't really stick up. So it doesn't stick up above it. But it is keeping it in place. So it needs to be tightened down. But more than likely, so this definitely needs lubrication. So there's, I'm gonna have to get this thing off. It's missing one screw over there, but I'm definitely gonna have to get this thing off so that I can pull that pulley out so I can get some lubrication on its arm. Let's get this one out of the way. There's one missing right here. Somebody was in here before, obviously. Okay, so I got that out of the way. It's not coming off as nicely as I was expecting it to. Yeah, there's lots of, oh, there's another pulley in there. Ooh. So I wonder if there's another pulley in here. And so it looks pretty good. And the belt looks pretty good as well too. Okay, so I ran into a little bit of an issue. So it looks like as if there's like something on either this circuit board or this circuit board that is no longer making contact. Because when it's not playing anymore. So, I mean, you can't hear it. So, oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't know where the bad connection is coming from. Okay, so I found the culprit. So the problem that I had was not that it wasn't, the speaker wasn't working. Because when I turn up the volume, I can hear the hum or the hiss. So it's the actual tape. I think side 2, there really isn't a whole lot on side 2. So I ended up with some blank spots. So the problem that I have now, and I think it's to do with the pinch rollers, is that it's not playing well. And I think that has more to do with the pinch rollers possibly being worn out. I cleaned the pinch rollers a bit, but I don't think from the angle that I was cleaning it at, I was just doing a quick clean. I don't think that I was able to get all of it. So I put this bracket back on, tightened it, and so let me put the rest of the frame back on. Okay, so I've put the cassette corder on a different angle so that you can see it better. So I'm going to press the play button and I'm going to show you what's going on with the pinch roller. Yeah, the pinch roller is not making, it looks like as if it's slipping. I don't know if it's my imagination, but the fact that it was causing the tape to spool out lets me know that there's a bit of dirt on it. And you can see that the so that's the take-up reel right there. Okay, so that's working fine. And let's press fast forward to see what happens. Yeah, I don't know why it's so loud. Yeah, it's very loud. Okay, and then the rewind. Okay, loud as well too. So the pinch roller needs a bit of cleaning, and I don't need to open it back up to clean it. So I can I'm gonna just use some alcohol and use I'm gonna use alcohol, and I'm gonna use, let me see if I can see it from this angle here. It's probably very hard to see it from this angle. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna use some alcohol, and I'm gonna use a bit of sandpaper to try to get to it. Yeah, so that's how I'm gonna clean it. Okay, so I cleaned the pinch roller and I sanded it down, and I'm getting better results, but weirdly enough, the audio is not working. It's like one thing or another. So let me show you what play is like. So play is like nice and smooth, right? It plays smoothly. And fast forward, still kind of noisy. I don't know if that's like the way that it is. And rewind. Yeah, noisy as well. And the tape counter is working, which is good, so I don't have to change that belt. So that's what happens when I press play. Pinch roller is working beautifully. And just no audio. So back to the drawing board again with no audio. Yeah, so don't know what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna have to open it back up again and see what it is that is causing this issue. So I'm gonna come back on the other side. Okay, so I opened it up and I discovered that it was a circuit board that has an intermittent connection. There's a screw that holds down the circuit board, and basically if I didn't screw it down all the way, then the circuit board was okay. So that's just a temporary fix. So I'm able to get audio now, right? And so that's a temporary fix with a circuit board, but I have to resolder. I have to find out where the fault is and solder it properly. But I have a new problem. And so if I zoom in a little bit, you can see that it's still, there's a huge problem. And that's the pinch roller. So what I'm gonna do with the pinch roller is I'm gonna use this stuff, and it's like rubber renew, and let me see, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna use this stuff, rubber renew, and I'm going to put it on the pinch roller and come back. And yeah, so that's not good. The fact that it's doing that, that's not good. It's just gonna cause like a huge collection of the tape. So I'm gonna fast forward just to get rid of that. So I'm gonna put the rubber renew on the pinch roller. I'm pretty sure that the tape is actually supposed to spring out, or maybe it doesn't. Okay, so I'm just about to clean it. So before I cleaned it, before I'm going to put the rubber renew, so I was able to get this gunk off the pinch roller. The pinch roller was really dirty, so that's just one Q-tip, and then there's the other Q-tip. This is the gunk that I was able to get off of it, and then this is the gunk that I was able to get off of the inside. So I'm going to get a Q-tip, a brand new fresh Q-tip, And I'm going to clean the pinch roller with rubber renew. I just had the Q-tip just right here a moment ago. I'm gonna zoom out a little. So I got my container of bottle of rubber renew. So I'm just gonna dip the Q-tip in there. All right. And get some rubber renew. I'm going to zoom back in so that you all can see. So I'm going to put this rubber renew on the pinch roller, and okay, so I'll leave it there. I'll wait, give it some time. Actually, another thing that I'm going to do with this this capstan is this. I'm going to sand this capstan. Actually, you know what? I'm going to press play, and then I'll just in case there's dust on it. I mean, ideally I should put in a new pinch roller, but I really don't want to have to if I don't need to. So I'm just hoping that this rubber renewal will work just right. Let me put some again. Put another. There's still a little bit left over on the Q-tip. So let's try putting some more on the Q-tip. And basically what this is supposed to do is make it soft and grippy. So hopefully that will work. So I'll just leave it for, I don't know, maybe about 10 minutes. And then I'll come back and give it another try. Hopefully everything's will be okay by then. Okay, so I gave it some time to dry. I actually gave it a bit over an hour. Didn't need to give over an hour to dry, but I had to charge my battery for this camera that I'm using. So anyways, let's give this another try. So I'm going to turn it around so that we can see it. All right. Okay, so let's give it a try. All right. Let's see if it works any. There's probably quite a bit of wow and flutter. So I'm gonna let it play for some time and see what happens. See if it stays stable. But I hear a bit of wow and flutter. Okay, so I'll come back on the other side. I'm gonna let it play out for a bit, and hopefully the tape doesn't spool out. Okay, so I just discovered something. So the pinch roller is good. It's just that the take-up reel is problematic. It doesn't have, like I said, the pinch roller is running perfectly, because you can see over here in this reel, this spool, it's running, you know, smoothly, seamlessly, but the take-up reel is kind of struggling. So that might have something to do with the belt. So there's a few more belts in here. I didn't actually look through the manual for this. I was just kind of winging it, and I see that there's other belts, and more than likely those other belts are probably for I think it was only one other belt. Well, two other belts. One is for the tape counter, and I guess one is for play. So I'm gonna open this up again and take a look at that other belt. It was a little bit more difficult to get to, and I really hope that I don't have to basically just pull this apart. I hope I can just like pull it apart the way that I've been pulling apart. I really don't want to have to disassemble it if I don't have to. But anyways, I'm gonna give it another try and hopefully that will work. Okay. What the hell? Why is this thing not coming undone? There it. Come on. This thing taking so long to come apart. Alright. Okay, put that over there. And like I said, there is another belt. Oh yeah, there's one more screw right here. Let's put it. There's another screw right here. All right. So put that over there. And like I said, there was another screw. Sorry, there was another belt. So. I don't know if you could see it. Let's see if I can get a better angle. See, the belt is right here. And I am going to replace the belt. I sort of believe that, let me see what it looks like, what it feels like rather. It feels pretty loose. I don't know if you're able to see in there. It's really hard to get in there. Okay, so there it is. So this belt is, let's see if I can get a nice angle for you guys. Oh. There we go. I think that's probably a better angle. Okay, so this belt, I believe it's the real belt. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna swap out this belt. Let me see what it looks like. So. Okay, I want to measure this, so I'm gonna get my caliper and I'll come back and let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna measure this belt, see what the measurements are on this belt. So it looks like it's about 63 millimeters. Okay, so I'm going to go through my stash and I'm going to find a belt a little bit smaller than that, and hopefully that will do the trick. Okay, so I found a belt that I think might work. So this one is 1.11 or 1.10 in terms of its thickness. And in terms of its folded lens, is 60.11. What was the original? The original was 1.17 in terms of thickness, and it's 67. Okay, about 67. All right, so I think it's within a tolerance level. So I'm gonna put it in, and might be difficult to record this. So you're gonna have to bear with me. Just so wait a second. Okay. Put it on this, and then this actually goes around. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, I think I got it. I don't know if you guys could see. All right, so it's in. So I'm gonna put everything back together again. It's a much snugger fit. I don't know if you guys could see, but it's not as loose as the previous one. Okay, so I'm gonna put everything back together, and hopefully, and I'm gonna have to figure out what it is that's causing the intermittent audio, because that's not good. So I'm gonna put just a couple of screws back on. Put this back on. Come on. There we go. All right, can't tighten it too much, otherwise the audio is gonna disappear. So I'm gonna put everything back together again. Okay, so, and where's the battery? Okay, all right, so let's see. All right, okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. Okay, I turned the tape recorder around and I tried to find the fault, and I could not find the electrical fault that was intermittent. So I'm gonna leave it for now, but while I was doing some more tests, I discovered something, and I'm gonna fast forward it. Okay, it doesn't sound as loud anymore. Okay, so that's fast forward. And that's rewind. So that's a good thing. So for now, I'm gonna leave it as it is. I'm afraid that I might break it if I try to fix it even more. So I'm gonna leave it as it is for now, and maybe revisit this a later time and fix it. But for now, I'm gonna leave it as it is. I'm gonna call this fixed. So thank you everybody for listening. That's it for this one. See you on the next one.